As voters are shifting in their ideologies, gun reform is an issue that splits them along partisan lines. Today, we'll talk gun policy on The Ballot Box. Gun violence and mass shootings have become increasingly common in the U.S. Candidates like Beto O'Rourke have made gun reform a main focus of his campaign.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
And others have rallied behind similar policy ideas and voiced their concerns. Let's take a look at where the top 10 candidates stand on gun policy, according to their campaign websites. So far, every candidate except Andrew Yang has stated they want a ban on assault weapons. An assault weapon is defined as any of the various automatic or semi-automatic firearms, especially assault rifles. How is an automatic or a semi-automatic firearm defined? Automatic firearms can fire repeatedly until the trigger is released, and a semi-automatic can fire repeatedly through an automatic reloading process, but requires release of the trigger. Guns like these are appearing more often in American mass shootings, and most Democratic candidates want to ban them altogether. Now, let's look at universal background checks. Every top 10 candidate except Joe Biden has announced they support universal background checks. According to Biden's website, he will release additional proposals on this in the coming months. This would require every gun transaction to go through a singular background check system. This brings us to our next policy position: loopholes. Each candidate but Joe Biden has said they will close gun show and boyfriend loopholes. The gun show loophole allows gun transactions at gun shows without a federal background check. Unlike gun stores, unlicensed sellers can sell guns here. The boyfriend loophole allows physically abusive partners the ability to purchase a firearm if they aren't in a legal union. On red flag laws, only two candidates in the race, Pete Buttigieg and Beto O'Rourke, have announced this as a policy they champion. This would allow police or family members to petition a state court to order the temporary removal of a firearm from a person who may present a danger to others or themselves. On federal gun licensing, every candidate but Kamala Harris, Amy Klobuchar, and Bernie Sanders voiced their support. Although gun registration laws vary from state to state, Cory Booker has said he wants to require any American seeking to purchase a gun to apply for a license similar to a passport or a visa. On gun research, every candidate except Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders have said they want more funding in gun research. The NRA has historically lobbied to prevent federal research on gun violence in the U.S. Last month, Congress passed a bill allowing for gun-related research, but there wasn't a provision in it for funding. This policy advocates for increasing federal funding for research in an effort to curb the gun violence epidemic. Overall, the majority of 2020 candidates have new but similar ideas for policies that would try to address gun violence and mass shootings. You can plan on seeing even more comprehensive policies in the coming months as they continue to campaign, and we'll be here to cover them. Until next time, I'm Morgan Stevens, and this is The Ballot Box.